Well, the ideal age is as soon as possible. Um, you know, when the baby is born, I would say. But if you're not comfortable with that, then start 6 months after the baby is born. But babies love listening to stories, so you can start reading out to them um, as soon as possible. Keep books around them, keep board books, flip books that they can just turn and feel and see. So yes, as soon as possible. Reading in multiple languages is an excellent way of introducing children to the richness of Indian languages. And especially because as children, they're very open and very receptive to learning new languages. So, yes, do read to children in as many languages as possible. Bring books home in multiple Indian languages so that they get introduced to the flavors, to the words, to the rhymes, to the stories from different cultures and languages. Well, there is only one way to do it in today's world, and that is to stop doing this and start doing this. So, as parents, as caregivers, we have to start reading because children do and learn from what they see. If they see parents, caregivers, siblings around them reading books, they tend to imitate and pick up books themselves. And the second thing could be to give access to lots of books. So if you are able to get books home from the library, from the local library, from the local store, encourage children to borrow books from school libraries that they go to, or community libraries and public libraries, and that's an excellent place to start. Fiction is great. Fiction is an absolute must for children to get in. If fiction is your child's preference, then please encourage that. And see, everything, it depends on what you mean when you say educational, because everything that we read does give us a perspective, introduces us to new ideas, new people, new characters. And if you want your child to read more non-fiction, then a gentler way of doing that is to bring some non-fiction books and perhaps read it together. Or you could read out to him, or gently nudge him to perhaps flip through it and take a look. But don't stop them from reading fiction. It's very important to respect children's choices when it comes to reading. So one important thing that we try and do in our libraries is to throw the library open and encourage children to browse and to pick up books of their choice. And they take that and flip through it. If they are interested, then they read slowly. As they keep reading, as they keep choosing, they develop a taste, they develop understanding of what they're able to read and not. So definitely that is one important way. The second is to respect children's choices and what they are reading. And third, perhaps to read together. Read books that perhaps you were reading as children, you could introduce it to them, or try and have a discussion around the books that they are reading. Not all, because then that will start looking like an interrogation, but some, just to share that moment. That is a very tough question. Instead of suggesting books, I would like to recommend a few publishers who have been publishing a wide variety of books for children, especially young readers. And you can perhaps, take a sample of books from across publishers and introduce those to your kids. So we have Eklavya, we have Iktara, Pratham Books, Tulika, there's Kanadi Tales, there's Pickle Yolk, there's Tara, who publish a host of picture books for children in Indian languages. And I'm sure you will be able to find some that interest your children.